Wow, that was such a great movie. I can't wait for the follow-up. Heck, maybe we might even get a whole trilogy. Oh my god. Not everything needs a follow-up, okay? It was a great movie. Let it be. Plus, the follow-ups usually suck anyway. Not all follow-ups suck? Okay, yeah, sure. Not all follow-ups suck. But these ones sure do. Hi, my name is Brett Murphy, and welcome to my TED Talk. Hello ladies and gentlemen and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to another Top 10 Wednesday, or Top 10's Day if you'd prefer. For today we are going to be looking at the top 10 worst follow-ups to great movies. Coming in at number 10 is Speed 2 Cruise Control, because the name alone is completely contradictory. Okay, just think about this for a second too, okay? The first movie made sense. There's a bomb on a bus, it can't go under 50 miles per hour or kablooey, and it stars the badass Keanu Reeves. Come to the second one, you swap out Keanu Reeves for Jason Patrick, and then you put it on a cruise ship. They go so fast, don't they? Yep, it was a terrible idea, shouldn't have been made in the first place, and it shows because the movie is just awful. Coming in at number 9 is Robocop 2, because it was Robocop. All you had to do was just do what Terminator did. Terminator, really good. Terminator 2, amazing. No, they went complete reverse, and the movie sucks. It came from the director of The Empire Strikes Back, most commonly referred to as the best Star Wars movie. What went wrong? The movie is a complete and utter mess. It's completely forgettable. If you want any Robocop action, don't watch the reboot. Don't watch 2 or 3. Just watch the original. That's the only good one. Coming in at number 8 is The Hangover 2. Why? Because The Hangover 1 is one of the best comedies of the 21st century. It was hilarious, it blew up the box office, everybody loved it. Then you switch over to this one, they did the exact same thing as the first one, put it in Bangkok. This did not work. The jokes did not land. Just a lot of distasteful humor, none of it was funny, and it was painfully unoriginal, painfully unfunny, and quite possibly the worst follow-up to a great comedy. Coming in at number 7 is Taken 2. After this movie, I wanted to be taken to the hospital to have my eyes removed. The first one was great. It was dark, it was gritty, it had Liam Neeson at his absolute best, it felt real, it felt visceral. Come to the second one, and Olivier Megaton literally just took the film, and then rather than putting cuts and having it make sense, he literally just went da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And the movie is so choppy. The cuts are so bad. I can't even remember. 2 and 3 just blend together for me. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, but when it takes Liam Neeson 11 cuts to jump over a fence, my god, this is one of those movies that could have been great, but its editing just absolutely squashed it into the ground and killed it. Coming in at number 6 is one that I actually get a lot of flack for not liking, but I've given it so many shots and I just can't, and that is Predator 2. The first Predator, absolute badassery. A group of commandos rummaging around through the jungle, taking out a bunch of baddies, and then being hunted by an alien? Yeah, cinematic badass glory. Come to the second one, the Predator goes to, where is it, LA, and takes on Danny Glover? Seriously? I've given it too many shots. I tried to see the light in it. I've tried to hear people out on their arguments. If you like it, that's fine. It ain't for me. It ends up on the number 6 spot. Coming in at number 5, I'll be honest, I have a bit of a sweet spot for this movie though, and that is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. The first Transformers movie, although it was still definitely a Michael Bay movie, most refer to it, aside from Bumblebee, as the best Transformers movie. It was so cool, seeing your favorite cartoons up on the big screen in all of their explosive glory. It was awesome, and I loved it. The second one came out, and it was just not good. Still brought in the big dough, of course, but it was absolutely blasted by critics and audiences alike. The main reason that people say this movie is bad is because it came out during the writer's strike, and it went through so many different writers and so many different edits, and it was just a mess. You can blame it on whatever you would like, but what we got on the screen at the end of the day was a far cry from the original. There is no denying that it is a major step down from the first movie. Coming in at number 4 is the big ol' slap in the face, The Matrix Reloaded. The first Matrix, it was revolutionary, one of the best sci-fi films of all time, and then the second one just turned into a bloated, over-glorified mess. The only thing that saves this movie from being the number 1 spot is the action is pretty enjoyable, but they took the metaphors and allegories that they set up in the first movie and just blew them way out of proportion. 9 out of 10 people halfway through this movie are gonna unplug from the Matrix and go back to reality, which is, you know, a dark dystopian dystopian future ruled by weird giant robot squid monsters, but yeah, definitely back to reality for this one. Coming in at number 3 is Mission Impossible 2. The first Mission Impossible went from this literal sweat-dripping, pulse-pounding spy thriller to this over-the-top, nonsensical action flick. You had Tom Cruise with his flowing, lovely locks. And then you just had these, everything's flipping and explosions and guns and this, and it had nothing to do with how good the original was. No idea what they were thinking. This was not meant to be an action franchise, well, like it is today, because clearly when you put some capable directors in the chair, it became very good. 3, 4, 5, and 6, amazing movies. This is the fault, the one fault in the Mission Impossible franchise. It is just not good whatsoever. Ends up in the number 3 spot, getting the bronze medal. Coming in at number 2 is another one that a lot of people are not going to agree with, and that is the Lost World Jurassic Park. The girl, she flips and kicks a velociraptor out a window. The movie is just so full of itself. It just is not good. I do not know where Steven Spielberg went wrong, because 9 times out of 10 that man is absolutely going to hit his mark and make a fantastic movie, but this was a misfire if I had ever seen one. A follow-up to one of the most cinematic and game-changing movies ever made, and they make this weird, bloated mess. The idea just didn't work, and there was too much weird, stupid shit going on in this movie. But like Mission Impossible 2, for me, it is the one blemish on this franchise. Coming in at the number 1 spot is going to have to be Jaws 2. People are still afraid to go in the water today after it. One of the best horror movies ever made, has one of the best casts ever, one of the most well-directed movies, and that was the original Jaws. Now you get to Jaws 2, and the tagline says it all. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, yeah, I'm gonna go back in the water and drown myself after watching this pile of garbage. It just isn't good. The actors are completely phoning it in. They were literally there for that sweet baby shark money. It was made fully as a cash grab. It is horrid, and they only get worse as they go. And my least favorite, or the worst, follow-up to a great movie. So if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know, what is your least favorite follow-up to a great movie? Be sure to check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links will be in the description and at the end of the video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and that's a wrap. So for today, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite comic book movies. And before I get on with this,